Welcome to Performance Upgrades. I'm your host, Dave Moss. This show is brought to you by SportBikeWrench.com. Performance parts and professional advice. We're back with our project GSXR 750. Today's show, we are going to fit a radiator guard. The guard we have today to fit to the bike is from the Cox Racingroup. Why do we have a radiator guard? Well, I can attest to that from my own personal experience of being pulled out of a 4-hour endurance race because the radiator itself got holed. We had nothing in front to protect the radiator or deflect. As it turned out at that point, it was a valve stem cap, punching a hole through the radiator, which killed our race, and we were out. So fitting one of these products is a great idea in protecting your radiator. If you think about riding every day, you're always throwing up rock chips, street, especially compared to the track environment. So having a product like this is great. What we're going to do is show you how, in this instance, a Cox Racingroup guard fits onto the bike and the procedure that's involved. So let's get to it. First step is to go ahead and install the foam bumpers we have here across the top and the bottom. There are 12 supplied, so we have to equally space them out on the top and the bottom of the mount. Now, as you can see on the guard itself, we've spread these out pretty evenly because it fits inside the radiator, and you obviously have the sidebars either side, so the support needs to be even across both faces as best as possible. Note on the lower one, we're just going on where the seam has been folded over, not on the wire mesh, to make sure the adhesive gets on a flat surface, not on the mesh. Now we're going to place fit the radiator guard against the radiator and hold it up to align it where we think it's going to go, which is right approximately there. And you can see on the top of the guard up here, there's inserts on both sides for a zip tie to loop around the radiator mount to the frame. So we'll pull this down, we'll put our zip ties in place, and then we'll loop it into position and feed the zip tie through the mount. And then we have to go searching for it to bring it back through. Now that we've got the zip ties holding our guard in place, the next thing we need to do is remove the bottom mount. Now at the base of the radiator, there's a mount securing the radiator to a bar that goes to the engine itself. So we quite simply just need to undo this. In our case, with what we have here, it's an Allen and a 10mm nut. Next, go ahead and locate the radiator guard in position, making sure that the base of the radiator guard fits appropriately into position. The nice thing about the guard is that the foam backing will act as a shock absorber if something hits it. It's a first and primary line of defense if rocks, valve covers, nuts and bolts, other stuff that's on the street or the track fly up and hit the radiator. And of course, there's nothing worse than having a hole in your radiator, because then you're completely stuck. Great product to have, extremely easy to install, and lots of benefits of having something like this protect your radiator on your motorcycle. That's how to fit a radiator guard. So as always, we thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Performance Upgrades. Bye.